Hi, welcome back to a new episode of the Girls Book Club in the World. Okay, book club, yeah. Let's give me a swing for a moment. So, guys, if you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you're not familiar with the channel, welcome back. My name is Zach and I'm the host. And in this podcast, guys, we are working together on our English speaking level, reading level, and on our communication skills to stand in front of the camera and to communicate well from the camera. I'm doing this podcast because I truly believe that English is the number one tool I'm strongly believe that English is the number one tool that each one of us must acquire in order to be successful in life. And the second tool that it's going to help us a lot is to know how to communicate well from the camera. And guys, if you know how to communicate well from the camera, you know how to speak English, and you combine those two skills together, you can create great content for the internet. You can influence billions of people around the world, influence them, inspire them, and make a difference because we're here. So it's highly recommended to work on those skills. And I'm aware of the fact, guys, that it's time to speak in English. It might be sometimes it might be challenging, not challenging, it might be not so easy, because yeah, we are afraid of that we are not perfect on it, or I don't know. For example, when I started work on my English, back in the days, I didn't have the confidence to speak in English, but now I can speak fluently. Consider my confidence. I still need to work on my English, but I don't care. I just speak in English. I don't care. If you don't understand me, I just speak. And this is something to work on it. Another thing, maybe to be on the camera. Some people don't shine from it. And when I started this podcast, I didn't feel so confident to stand in front of the camera, but now I can do whatever I want to do because I'm AK and I work on it. And guys, this is one of the reasons that I opened this podcast. I opened this podcast because I want to inspire some people. Yeah, like you, the lady and gentlemen that are watching the podcast, yeah, like you, to speak your way, to work on English, and to work on appearance on the camera, and to also show your message of how they make a difference because we're here, because it's really important for me that you do it because you're unique and you have a unique story to tell, and you have a unique message to share with the world, so just do it. And this is why I opened this and this is why I opened this podcast, because I'm hoping that by sharing with you guys, the ladies and gentlemen, by sharing with you my own journey, my struggles, my success, my failures, my ups and down, everything, by sharing with you guys as it is. I'm inspiring people to do the same, because you know I'm struggling and I have these struggles and I have everything. And I have to inspire you, that you see that you're not the only one that is struggling to speak English. There's also around other people around the world. I'm 30 and I'm working on this stuff. So yeah, let's go. Let's just go. And guys, today we are an extremely special episode, because today we are on episode 263. You know what? It's so special. Because first of all, it's 2 double 3 equals 6. So you get it? You get a added message up here. And the second is because this is the third episode of the year of 2022. So yeah, I got so many episodes, and every episode of the AK Book Club is extremely special episode. So yeah, let's go. And guys, today, to celebrate this happy occasion of historical date, historical moment of recording 263 episodes. 263 episode. I invited it's Aku from Spirited Away, the dragon, and he said, okay, usually I'm coming with one dragon, but today I'm going to come with two dragon, because I'm so excited. And guys, if you want to check out Echo and this great account, you can find it on 3, 2, 1, certificate. Bang! You can find it on GoodFun. And this great background uploaded to GoodFun by none other than Nimara on June 2015, guys. It's almost I think it's almost 9 years, 8.5 years. Yeah, 8.5 years ago that this upload was uploaded to GoodFun. And you see, after 8.5 years, we are going to use this background. So you never know when you're posting your content on the internet, You never know who you're going to impact and who we're going to inspire and who is going to see it. So just do it, guys. Just do it. Guys, of course we like it. Of course we like it. We must like it. And almost it's 5,099 times download. Guys, if you want to download the picture, you just need to choose the resolution of the real. Press download. Right click on the picture. שמירת תמונות בשם, enable עושה pictures in English and type it down in the comment below. I want it in your own language. And obviously we need to guess from where you are. It's going to be a really nice game. Press on it. Yeah. Choose where you want to save it. Press save and come just like that. You will get this great background on the computer. As you can see, the original picture is this dragon, but I pretty fit a little bit on my PowerPoint to make it look more savage. It's savage enough, but okay, we do it our own way. My way. Correct. Let's just say the same. So guys, thank you very much for Limar and thank you for uploading this great background. A good friend, thank you very much for the artist who made this great background, for sharing it with us. And today, guys, we'll continue your next 5 moves. Great book. Yeah, it's a great book. The Master the Art of Business Strategy by Patrick B. David. Really great book. And today we are going to finish the first law, the first move, which is knowing yourself. So Patrick B. David, thank you very much. And guys, it's a really good book. And if you want to check out his great account, or if you want to check out Patrick B. David's social media account, which is highly recommended to check them out because they give us so much amount of knowledge, so much wisdom, so much knowledge, which is priceless. So I recommend to check him out. And if you want to check out the book, you got all the things, you know, but you haven't got it. Got all the link to it in the description below. So make sure to check them out. Yeah, let's go. Including the background. Get the link to this great background, in the description below. Also. Guys, if anyone of you have any suggestion for me, I can improve myself for the podcast, or if anyone of you want to come to the podcast, be a guest on the podcast, share your message with the world, inspire the world, make a difference because you are real. Recommend some books, or just have a great time with me in English because I'm a really nice guy. Please let me know in the comment below so we can arrange it. And guys, if you have any suggestion for me, I can improve myself on the podcast, please let me know also in the comment below. And of course, guys, feel free always to share a message with the world, share your opinion about the podcast. If you learn something new and you want to share with us, maybe some nice quote from the book, maybe something that I said, or you heard Patrick B. David said in other places and you want to recommend us to know, or maybe you have your own tip of life lessons you want to share with us, feel free to do it in the comment below. And the last thing before we jump to the book, guys, if you enjoyed the podcast and if you enjoyed the journey, please consider to subscribe, to like the video, subscribe to the channel, push the application bell so you get it on each time that extremely exciting episode on YouTube. And you know it's going to be always, we have 5 extremely exciting episodes coming to YouTube each week. We got the 250 as the previous episode. It was 250. Special the quarter of 1,000 videos. Special 260. Finish the book. Finish the episode. Finish the year. 261. Starting the year. The starting of this series. We always get a new special episode. So I recommend to check them out, and I recommend to put this application bell so you can get it on each time. Extremely exciting episode on YouTube. And of course, guys, share it with your friend so they can also enjoy it if you haven't shared it yet. But of course you did it. So find someone. I don't think that you can find someone that didn't know about the greatest book up in the world yet. But if you find someone, share it with him. Guys, so thank you very much. Please consider to do it. And it's really just click from you, and it's really meaning a lot to me. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it. So guys, before the introduction, let's just dive right into the book. This is what we came for. So, your next 5 moves by Patrick B. David, page 56 to 59. Read with the meat, the legend, the one and only, the man himself. Give me some drum, please. Yo, boy, hey, yeah. Dead, what's up? That's me. So let's go. First of all, I want to drink for my tea. Business need a unique selling proposition. Part of finding a market in which you can win is knowing who you are. Process a competitive landscape. Is this a place where you believe you can do well, given who your competition is? Do you possess the necessary resources to compete? Of course, like motivation is going to crush it on 2022. To compete, do you need to acquire specific resources before you can compete? The next book we are going to read, I think it's going to be crushed by Gary Vaynerchuk. I don't need to check what is his new book, but we are going to read it instead of Motion Strategy and Motivation to crush it in 2022. In the past, I competed against government-backed companies, and I was always at a disadvantage. To win at that game, you need to be a government insider. And this I learned the hard way. If you are not on the inside, you are on the outside. Because those companies possessed clout and other resources that I lacked, I could work hard and still lose. Have you educated yourself about the competition? Is there some additional benefit your competitor has that you can't beat, no matter what you do? If so, you are in the wrong niche. Don't complain that the game is rigged. Instead, find a game in which you have a differential advantage. In Blue Ocean Strategy, the authors warned against trying to beat competitors at their strengths. They insist that it's a losing position and they offer a ton of evidence to support their claim. They believe instead in focusing on Blue Ocean marketing, going into areas that are relatively fresh and open to superior growth. Let's go back to the year 2007. Barack Obama, a newly elected senator, was using social media to build his platform and become the hot presidential candidate. Meanwhile, on December 17, 2007, Ron Paul, at age 72, raised $6.2 million, 50,000 donations, more than 24,000 new donors, online in one day. The old establishment brushed it off. How could they make sense? Make sense of it when they didn't use social media? I was 29 years old, and I didn't have an Ivy League Rolodex, much less a college degree. I was an immigrant from Iran, and outside in an industry in which the average insurance agent was 57-year-old white male. If your first instinct is to think that I was at a disadvantage, you might be more prone to see threat than opportunities. Perhaps you are using your lack of education as an excuse for not for going ahead. What I want to see is how examining both your unique skill set and the competitive landscape will lead you to blue oceans. Think about what a 57-year-old white male often like. For starters, very few speak Spanish. Excuse me. Second, most aren't comfortable enough with social media to use it as a marketing tool. And last but not least, baby boomers often struggle to understand how millennials view the world today, which makes it tough for them to relate. In 2007, the typical insurance agent was, in fact, an aging white male. But in 2007, the United States no longer looked like Little House on the prairie. The United States was Los Angeles Chicago, Miami, and New York. It was a divorce. I saw that as an opportunity. The baby boomers were no longer the biggest generation of all time. They had been replaced by millennials, who were carrying a computer, aka smartphone, that went everywhere with them. The financial industry's marketing approach, like that of all the grand politicians, was outdated. The industry had yet to embrace social media. At the same time, it had changed its policies. Baby boomers had people call them to sell them financial services. In 2003, creating the National Do Not Call registry made cold calling a crime. As a result, the old guard had no way to reach new customers. At the same time, there were techies who believed that life insurance could be sold online. Again, it seemed as though I was at a disadvantage. I could barely pronounce algorithm, much less build a platform to sell insurance over the internet. And again, I saw an advantage. I knew that, unlike car insurance, people don't buy life insurance. It must be sold, and it must be sold face to face. To turn up things in our favor even more, Google figured out how valuable the insurance referrals were. So it made the insurance the most expensive keyword to buy. $54.91, far more expensive than the next free mortgage, $47.12, attorney, $47.07, and a loan, $44.28. The workforce had shifted. Women were now often the ones making financial decisions for their families. In 2007, the Latino population eclipsed 45 million and was projected to grow to more than 70 million by 2025. Meanwhile, the competition was not looking to hire women or Latinos. Another trend was that the financial service firms were trying to be all things to all people. There was a movement to create a one-stop shop to sell everything from life insurance to mutual funds to loans, and the list goes on. As a result, workers had to pass more tests and be trained much longer before they could make money. My reaction to this was to find the blue ocean. Rather than go broad, I went narrow. I made it so that new agents, instead of having to get 4 or 5 different investment licenses, had to get only one. In doing so, I streamlined the training process and eliminated unnecessary scrutiny by the SEC and the other regulators. In 2008, Barack Obama, an African-American man, using social media as a key component of his campaign strategy, was elected president. He beat the establishment candidates Hillary Clinton in the primary and John McCain in the general election. Meanwhile, it was business as usual for the old guard insurance industry. As a result, I found my blue ocean. This gave me confidence that the strategy of focusing on women and minorities, coupled with a strong social media presence, could give us an edge. Following the example I just shared, I want you to focus on using your unique talent to find your niche in the business you are pursuing. Again, following the example I just shared, I want you to focus on using your unique talent to find your niche in the business you are pursuing. When you compete against people whose knowledge and skills are inferior to yours, you are likely to win. No business is risk-free, but you can decrease the risk by choosing a game in which the odds are by which no business is risk-free, but you can decrease the risk by choosing a game in which the odds are in your favor. It's great to have a bravado and believe you can beat whatever competitors are in your industry, but it's foolish to believe you can win at somebody else's game. Is the end of the chapter, and now summarize of move one. Master knowing yourself. Title. Move one. Title. Master knowing yourself. Subtitle. Title. Who do you want to be? Who do you want to be? One. Whether it's solitude, talking to a mentor, or using the questions discussed in chapter 1. Set aside time to get clear on who you want to be. It will help if you tap into your pain. Creating a visual that is in your face constantly to remind you of your future truth. Title. Study is the most important product. You. 2. Don't wait for a crisis to look for clues about the most important person. You. Make the time now to inspect yourself. Become a tease with asking yourself tough questions and become clear about what drives you. The personal identity edit, the personal identity edit is a perfect place to start. Title. Your path to creating wealth. Entrepreneur or entrepreneur. 3. Find the path that allows you to use your unique talents with the best odds for the highest possible return. And that also fires you up. Whether you want to be an entrepreneur or hold some other positions, be strategic about how you are going to build your wealth. Identify the competitive edge that will differentiate you and allow you to find your blue oceans. Allow you to find your blue ocean. And guys, guess what? This is the end of the episode. Yeah. I really hope that you enjoy. And tomorrow, guys, we're going to start move 2. Master the ability to reason. And we're already at page 16. 60, 200 to left, 5 episodes. 40 people, 40 chapters. Okay. We can do it. We can do it. So guys, I just want to say thank you very much for being here. I really appreciate the fact that you choose to invest your time for me, and I really hope that you enjoy from this episode for the book club. So guys, I really hope to see you all tomorrow, guys, for the next episode of extreme exciting episode, זה book club. וזה גם book club מדבר, זה book club. אני תנזל, וגנתם, תקנו סף, and bye bye. Bye. So guys, today is Saturday. 18 on December 2021, and time now it's 19:23. And yeah, that's it. I really enjoyed this episode, and I think I'm going to read גם one check book. יאללה, מוצאי שבת, ה-18/12/2021, שעכשיו היא 7:23. שהיה שבת מעונות, היה ממש נחמד, ישבנו בבנות עם כולן. היה כיף. עכשיו אנחנו הולכים להופעה. לסטנדאפיסט, יאללה, יושב ברכה והצלחה, הספקתי לעשות עוד פרק ביום שישי, פרק היום. זה אומר עוד 2 פרקים בונוס של המספרים הקודמים, את הפרק 260, בפרק סוף שנה אני הולך לעשות בצלם בבית, בסטודיו בבית, אני הולך לעשות את הארט קאבר של הצ'אנל, של הערוץ, ובפרק 261 זה הולך להיות גביית יעדים על השנה, מוטיבציה וכל הדברים האלה, כמו שסיפים קרטוש. אז יאללה, שברכה והצלחה ונתראות ונראה בפרק הבא.